Week 3 of The Artist's Way, and I've done this video a couple times. The first one, I had a breakthrough throughout the day, so I wanted to redo it. And then I had a breakthrough while filming the second one, but it ended up being like a 20-minute video because I was like figuring out stuff as I was speaking. And I kind of want this to be a quicker format. So I'm going to go over what I found and tell you about it. I was feeling really angry the last time I filmed one of these, and the chapter started with talking about anger as a pointer to find out where you can work on yourself and your art. Like, this show sucks, I could do better. Okay, then write a better show. That kind of thing. I've used jealousy as a pointer, and that was one of my favorite lessons I've learned so far in life. Like, feeling jealous is actually something I look forward to now, because then I'm like, oh, I need to do this for me. I need to practice my vocals more. I need to sit down and decide to study writing so I can be a better songwriter, or whatever it is. So I'm going to try to use anger as a pointer. The chapter made me feel angry, and so that kind of was my first attempt at today, was using anger as a pointer, because I re-looked over the chapter to make my check-in video, and what pissed me off was the bit about synchronicity. I was raised with this idea of synchronicity. Julia Cameron writes a bunch of examples on what synchronicity might look like. Like, one was a woman decides to go back to school, and in her mailbox she receives a letter from the school, like a pamphlet. That's never happened. Nothing like that's ever happened to me. And I was feeling really pessimistic about synchronicity. I was like, fuck that, that's not true. I was raised with this concept, like Abraham Hicks, Eckhart Tolle, Ram Dass. It's all about the universe and manifestation, and what you ask for, you receive, The universe works in your favor, follow the net will appear. These things I grew up with, and I should feel that they're true, but in my heart, I was not feeling that. I was feeling like, fuck that. That's never worked for me. Everything I've ever had, I had to work for. I put my WXPN key session as one of my goals for 2019. And I got one in 2023. So, and I've never had a goal that I didn't really have to work hard for. I think a part of the negativity was coming from, I got turned down from a residency that I was really hoping to get. One of my friends had received that opportunity in the past, and I told her about it, and I was excited, and then I got denied, and it made me feel like, oh, well, I'm not good. Like, I must not be good enough. And I really got bummed out, and I'm still bummed out. And it's not a good feeling, especially because when I think about all the opportunities I've been given, or all the places I've applied to, the only residency I've gotten accepted to was a writing camp where I emailed my professor, who helped put it on, and I think that's probably why I got in, because I wasn't like any of the other people there. I don't think they actually chose me. I think my professor just put in my name. But I don't know that, and it just made me feel kind of hopeless. And so then I was reading about synchronicity, and I was pissed, because I was like, I even wrote in there negative notes. I was like, why hasn't this happened to me? So I sat with the anger today, and just now, when I was filming the other video, and I was just trying to talk through. I was yapping for like 10 minutes about synchronicity. And what I came to a conclusion was, I think maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. If I go about reading The Artist's Way closed off the whole time, like, just waiting for magic to happen, like, why isn't it happening? Then nothing's gonna fucking happen. I need to be open and try to shift my perspective a little bit. I'm not somebody trying to be creative for the first time, like how a lot of her examples were, Julia's. So it's gonna look different for me. I do everything I want to do. I do. everything I want to do. If I have a dream, girl, I'm there. I'm going for it. I can't stop. It's who I am, and I like that about me. But that also means that having a lot of an appetite for success means things will not fall into my lap all the time. It's a part of the doer thing is the doing. So maybe what I've really been craving, the reason I've been applying to all these residencies, is for a sense of community, and I miss songwriting with people. The B Team was a side project me and my friends were working on, and one of them moved across the country, and I'm really happy for her, but we just haven't been able to write now. And I miss that feeling of writing with my friends. I had band practice with my two friends who were going to be playing for my May 17th show. And it's been a busy week because I'm going to be recording on Friday, I'm going to be playing a show on Friday, and then I have a show on Saturday. And so I've also been pretty nervous because these shows coming up, this all tangles. These shows coming up, I'm going to be playing piano for the first time for. Not the first time since I was a teenager, really, where I'm playing piano in front of people. And there are older songs, but I just have been so excited and nervous and practicing a lot. And I felt like it was time to show some people. And we got along so good at this band practice. Like, really emotionally feeling present with these people. I was like, fuck it. I'll show them these songs because I need to get some of this out. And they listened to one of the songs, and the response was really positive. And it got me thinking today, like, maybe the residency, and I like get emotional, I'm trying not to cry. Maybe the residency thing wasn't for me. Maybe there's something else happening here that I have been so focused on making my path look like my friends' paths that I'm not seeing what's in front of me. I'm asking for community, and it's right here. Like, I'm asking for community, and it's here. Like, it just doesn't look like getting on a plane for the first time and going to meet new people. It looks like having some friends over and connecting. And that's okay. That might be better for me right now. Like, who knows what that residency would have given that I would have missed out on here. Or do you know what I mean? I didn't speak well right there, but so I still am applying for more residencies because I want that experience of being able to go to a new place and meet new people. That's something that I'm not going to give up because it's important to me. But I also don't think being denied means that the universe doesn't care about me or doesn't think I'm good. It's just not the right time. And that's okay too. So that was my breakthrough. And Julia Cameron also talked about the difference between positive criticism, like criticism that will help you, not like it's so good, but like useful criticism, and useless. And that's something that I really enjoyed reading about. She also talked about not showing your work to people before it's done. And that is something I really need to listen to. I've done that in the past where I send a demo and nobody can hear the potential if it's not done. So there's that. And I skipped out on a lot of my artist pages, my morning pages this week because of the time change, and I had a hard time waking up. So I did like 4 of them this week. My artist date was I went out and I got my ink. I got my Rolly. And I made t-shirts for my shows. I have 8, and I'm selling t-shirts, and I have to finish getting like my whole setup for the merch table tonight. And I'm gonna be exhausted by Sunday. I will be dead. But me and Sean were gonna have a date night, but I'm kind of relieved that we're not anymore because I just am gonna practice all night. I have about 3 hours worth of practice here that I have to finish, and I haven't even started because I've been doing these videos and trying to come to some kind of emotional like understanding, because I don't want to do the artist way half-ass. if I'm gonna do it, I want to at least try my best and try to stay optimistic. Yeah. So, let me make sure I'm checking off all the boxes before I go. But that feels like most of what's happening here. I mean, we talked about shame, too. I agree with everything she's saying. It just doesn't feel new. But it's making me work new muscles, still. She talked about growth and not getting discouraged, which I really needed to hear. And digging up your inner child. My favorite way to dress when I was a kid was like, I just dressed really comfortable, like a lot of sweatsuits. And I've been doing that more. Like, I love yoga pants now. I talked about my artist date. I talked about my synchronicity things. After I got turned down from the residency, I had a weird dream that I was like naked riding an ox and I got my period. And I think that means something. Hey, Bubba!